I think that Scott has tremendous institutional knowledge, if you will, on how things get done. Actually, I've been mayor for nearly 3.5 years, and I was certainly aware of Speaker Saiki coming into office. But my first real encounter came in the midst of COVID when we learned of the vaccines becoming available. And Scott was very quick to collaborate with us in setting up the whole Blaisdell. And in fact, that day he and I did a press conference early on in my tenure. And I knew in him, I had somebody who had great compassion for the community, who also knew how to act and get things done. And so he really proved to be a great partner in that. And we actually did a press conference that day. And I think it really, strangely enough, as adverse a situation as that was, became a catalyst for what has now been an ongoing collaboration of just consultation and any projects we could work on. I could name a couple of different things that happened that over the course of time. One, we got involved in fixing some roads together, long talked about, not done. We were to collaborate on that, especially in Kaka'ako where it was really needed. And then there was the unfortunate tragedy of the young girl getting killed on Kapiolani Boulevard at McKinley, and seeing how Scott responded, and Ed Sniffen from the State Department of Transportation and ourselves, and making sure we get some speed bumps put in, but more than anything, showing the community a caring and a compassion. That, and I could, actually in his old neighborhood, getting the island put in over there, I was getting a lot of complaints. Everybody put it on me. It turns out it was really up to the state. And so I reached out to Scott and I said, hey, everybody thinks it's me, but it's really you. We need to get this done. And I no sooner asked him and it got done. So, every time I've had to turn around and ask Scott to help, he's been there, been resourceful. And, he's a guy that maybe doesn't speak that much, but as I think it was Theodore Roosevelt that said, walk softly and carry a big stick, or maybe it was somebody famous like that. Scott's kind of like that. He gets things done. I admire that, I respect that. I respect him. Well, Scott made it really clear to me that he wanted to have the relationship with Mayor. He was very direct about that, and felt that it had been not that way in the past and wanted to change course, and I really welcome that. So, I think it's just been really the spirit of being candid with each other and knowing that for a while that on occasion we have a chance, despite the fact that it's state and city, to collaborate, and the power of that, and that's predicated on our ability to have a good relationship. And I've told him all the time I'm a phone call away, as I know he's a phone call away from me. Well, I think, there's something to be said for his experience in the job. People can look at that one of two ways. I think that Scott has tremendous institutional knowledge, if you will, on how things get done, and then maybe even more importantly, how to get something to happen. So from that standpoint, he's an invaluable asset. He's put a lot of years into the job. He's a very smart guy. He knows what he's doing. He may be measured at times, but that's actually in the role you have to be. So I respect that as well. Well, there are times when maybe change is needed, and there are times when you want to hold steady. There's a time when you want to hold steady. I mean, Scott's deserving of that. And so I see no need to make a change there. I see, if anything, along with our administration, the potential collaboration between city and state could actually be unprecedented. That goes all the way up to the governor's office, and I think he and I have shown quickly in his first year in office our ability to work together throughout his first year. So, Scott's an integral part of that whole thing. And as far as I'm concerned, he's a valuable player in a really important position. He's a good guy to work with. I trust him. And I think, when it's all said and done, that's really important.